Durkheim evolves a dichotomy of mechanical or organic solidarity. That is, Durkheim divides society into two types of society. One is characterized by mechanical solidarity, which we will see, and one type of society is characterized by organic solidarity. Both are types of bonding in society, but different types of bonding is there. So mechanical solidarity will be found in simple or primitive society, or we can say segmental society. Organic will be found in modern society, industrial society. So that is the basic difference here. One is found in a simple society, a segmental society. The other is found in modern industrial society, which is differentiated, where people are specialist. It is a simple society, matlab people are generalist. That is, it is a homogeneous social setup. Everybody is a hunter gatherer. हर कोई एक तरीके का काम करता है. All the individuals in society, they are hunter gatherer, or we can say they could be farmers in society. So they have a very simple skill set and they are similar. That is, everybody is hunter gatherer. They have a similar skill set. They use similar tools. For example, hunter gatherer में क्या होगा, same एक भाला सा बना लिया for example, ठीक है, a spear kind of thing will be there so that they can hunt. So they have similar task, they have similar tools, and people work in a similar manner. That is, they are doing the same job. So nobody is a specialist. Everybody is a generalist in society. They do general things. That is hunting, then skinning the animal, then using it for their maybe food or maybe ornaments, etc., etc. So this is a society where technology is primitive. So in such kind of society, surplus will not be there. So society's size will also be small. In modern society, there is differentiation. There is heterogeneity. Heterogeneity means that there will be individuals or parts in society will be different. They will be specialist. Somebody could be a doctor, somebody a civil servant, somebody could be a farmer, carpenter, manual labor, etc. So in this kind of society, there will be specialization. Their tools will be different. So when there is differentiation in society, then when there is specialization in society, then automatically they will produce more. So such societies are generally larger in size. In such societies, the role allocation is based on ascriptive criteria such as age, gender, etc. In such societies, the role allocation, that is who will do what, is based on individual merit, talent, etc. So that is the basic difference between these two societies. Now think about it. Everybody is a hunter gatherer in simple society, or a farmer in an agrarian setup, or in a village kind of setup. So the family or the individual is a self-sufficient unit. I will hunt for myself. My family will hunt. Your family will go for hunting. So we do not need each other. So interdependence in such a society is low because the units, it could be individual, it could be family, units are self-sufficient. Everybody can hunt, everybody has spear, So they have the tools, they have the skills, and they will have the food. So there is no I don't need you, you don't need me, and we don't need others. So dependence is not there. Cooperation in such a society will not be there. But now think about it, this kind of society where individual is a specialist, that is, I can only teach. When you become civil servant, you will be providing certain kind of public services. Engineer, or you can say engineer who is in automotive industry, they can only design a car. So individual or units in such a society where parts are differentiated, they cannot provide for their every need. I have to depend upon the grocer for providing food. I have to depend upon some other individual or MNC for providing the internet, for electricity, etc., etc. So in such a society, individual will have limited sphere of competence. मैं limited चीजें कर सकता हूं, because of which there will be interdependence in society. Because of this, there will be cooperation in society. So that is the big difference here. That is, labor of one will fit into labor of another. You will be providing law and order if you become IPS. I will be providing educational services. So that is how labor of an IPS and labor of teacher, they complement each other. So there is complementarity and dependency in society. Nobody is self-sufficient. That is why it is known as organic solidarity, because the way society is structured along the principle of division of labor, the way society is functioning, the bonding or the cooperation comes from within the society. It does not need any external thing. We need to cooperate if we need to survive. So this kind of bonding, this kind of solidarity is termed as organic solidarity by Durkheim. That is, social solidarity is driven by the dependency between specialist part. तो हमारे बीच में जो अंडरस्टैंडिंग है, एग्रीमेंट है, यूनिटी है, इट इज ड्रिवन बाय आवर नीड फॉर ईच अदर. We need the butcher, we need the kirana shop owner, we need the internet service provider. That is why there is a bonding in society. But in this kind of society where everybody is similar, they do not need each other. But since they are similar, they will have a similar outlook, they will have similar value system, and the collective conscience in such a society will fully cover individual consciousness. Now think about it, try to link it with the nature of society, nature of the relation between individual and society. So here, individual consciousness is fully being covered by the collective conscience of society, the collective conscience of society. Collective conscience in such societies will be strong because of similar values, shared feelings among the individual. It is mechanical solidarity because there is mechanical juxtaposition of similar parts. They are being held together because of their similarity and the external force of collective conscience. So that is the difference between mechanical solidarity and organic solidarity. Here, individuals are doing different jobs, individual have different kind of values. Worker are thinking that society is unequal. Capitalist is thinking the worker is lazy. Some individuals are saying that this government is not good. Some others are choosing their religion, that what kind of values, what kind of religion we have to. Some are going for conversion. So different kind of values are there. So in such a society, the collective value system, the collective morality, the collective conscience, it becomes weak. It gets weaker because people have varied experiences and values. Somebody is member of ISKCON, somebody is going for art of living, somebody is going from Ram Rahim, somebody going to normal temple, a normal mosque, somebody is going for some other kind of belief system. So different values are there. So collective conscience in society, that is totality of beliefs and values, it becomes weak. So here, the bonding between individual, the solidarity among the individual, it is not driven by the external force of collective conscience. It emerges in a very organic, a very natural way. And how? That is through dependency driven by specialization in society. In this society, the collective conscience has to control individuals' thought, speech, and action so that they don't go for differentiation. If they become dissimilar, if they differentiate, if they try adopting different values, then the collective morality will go. Then solidarity in society will not be there. So in such societies, the society has a very strong reaction if you depart from the norms of society. Yes, that dictation will be done. We were left with dictation. वो dictation हो जाएगा अभी. ठीक है, एक बार continuation में ही सारा dictation हो जाएगा. So in such societies, any kind of difference, any kind of deviant behavior, that is, you are departing from the norms of society, is not tolerated. Since the collective conscience is very strong, any difference, any deviance is seen as an offense against the conscience collective of society, against the whole society. अभी जब हम पढ़ेंगे आगे जाके विलेज स्टडीज, सो उसमें आपने गांव में भी शायद ये देखा होगा कि व्हेन देयर इज अ फाइट बिटवीन टू इंडिविजुअल्स हु आर फ्रॉम डिफरेंट विलेजेस, एट टाइम्स इट बिकम्स अ फाइट बिटवीन विलेजेस. ये दो गांव में लड़ाई होगी. ये एक हम आगे जाके थिंकर करेंगे इंडिया में, M.N. Srinivas. He was analyzing that ultimately he realized that village people think along collective lines. So here they will be thinking about on along collective lines. That is, अगर किसी ने, for example, जो simple societies होती है वहां पे we have a very harsh kind of law. If somebody is going against society's belief, and here mainly इस time में we have a religion as the collective conscience. Here we don't have a differentiation in the value system. So religion ही is your cognitive belief, religion is your moral belief. Religion ही सब कुछ provide करता है. Religion is providing you the moral code. Religion is providing you the knowledge. Think about the medieval ages. Think about the ancient times. So in such a society, if you depart from what is being done in society, then the whole force of society is mobilized. The whole village, the whole tribe, they will stand against you. And the punishment will be very harsh, because society knows that if they allow individualism, if they allow difference in this society, then society will be gone. So law in such a kind of society is repressive. For example, if you speak anything against God, then tongue will be removed. That is, if there is blasphemy, tongue will be removed. There will be norm of an eye for an eye. अगर चोरी करी तो हाथ काट दिया जाएगा. So such kind of punishment is there. That is, repressive law will be there. But in this society, there is differentiation. Now we have bonding, but collective conscience hold on the individual is weak. Individual is allowed to choose their occupation. Individual is allowed to choose their value system. Individual is allowed to choose their, you can say, dietary practices, dresses, cuisines, music, etc. So if there is a crime, then it is not seen as crime against the whole society. Rather, the crime is seen as committed against a particular individual or a social group or a small community. So यहाँ पे क्या होगा? If individual commits crime, there will be payment of fine or some kind of imprisonment. हो सकता है दूसरी सोसाइटी में यहाँ पे tongue will be removed or individual might be killed. So here we will have restitutive law. Restitutive मतलब where the focus is on reform and restitution. That is, if something happens, then you will pay the fine so that the victim gets closure, and then the job, everybody moves along their job. So that kind of law is there. But Durkheim said that in such societies, in modern societies, there will be elements of repressive law as well. For some crimes, there will be repressive law. For example, we still have capital punishment in United States of America and in India. So repressive elements will be there, because some form of deviance, some form of crime, society will not tolerate at all. So if there is terrorism, then harshest punishment will be given. So that is how Durkheim saw two different types of society. Now Anthony Giddens has provided, अगर specific question आ जाए that you short note on collective conscience, then beside what we have already learned in the class, we can also use Anthony Giddens. He says that collective conscience in the two types of societies can be differentiated on 4 dimensions. 4 अलग अलग डायमेंशन पे हम कलेक्टिव कॉन्शियंस को डिवाइड कर सकते हैं बिटवीन टू सोसाइटीज. वन इज द वॉल्यूम. वॉल्यूम मीन्स हाउ मेनी पीपल आर कवर्ड बाई कलेक्टिव कॉन्शियंस, हाउ मेनी पीपल अडहेयर टू द कलेक्टिव कॉन्शियंस सोसाइटी. देन इंटेंसिटी, दैट इज हाउ you can say how strongly people believe in the moral code in society. Then rigidity, that is how rigid is the value system. That is, एक तो होगा कि बोलेगा ठीक है, you can do whatever you want, दूसरा बोलेगा नहीं, whatever is society is saying you have to do it. Then content as in what kind of values will be there. तो आप देखते हैं दोनों सोसाइटीज को. In mechanical society, the whole society is covered by the grip of collective conscience. The collective conscience envelopes individual consciousness fully. So, individual will do, think in the manner dictated by collective conscience. So society will be dictating that what individual will be doing, what individual will be thinking, etc. Then in organic solidarity type of society, which is high division of labor of society, जो mechanical है, these are low division of labor of society. यहाँ पे division of labor नहीं होता, simple society है. Organic वाली high division of labor in society. So here collective conscience will cover particular groups. Some people will believe in collective conscience, some people will not believe in collective conscience, or we can say that different groups will have their different kind of morality. तो different group की हो सकता है अपनी अलग morality हो. Then intensity, here In mechanical solidarity or low division of labor society, the individual strongly believes in the value system of society, strongly believes in the moral code of society. But in modern society or in organic solidarity type of society, individual will not believe intensely. That is, here the collective conscience, it will become weak. तो आपने देखा होगा in society you would have met people that somebody says that yeah, we should not do this as per religion, we should not do this as per this particular thought. तो वो कहते हैं यार मैं नहीं मानता, I will do whatever I want to do. Some people, they for some part of year they become vegetarian. Some people say no, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, सब दिन भगवान के, etc etc. Right? So some people, the intensity of collective conscience will be very strong in mechanical solidarity type of society, and it will be low in modern society. Then rigidity, that is the belief system is very rigid. For example, in medieval Europe, what was happening? That whatever religion says is the ultimate truth. It is rigid. Religious dogmas were there. So the value system of society is very rigid. It is not elastic at all. Then in modern society, the collective conscience, it is not that rigid. Because there is specialization, there is different value, individual can alter their conduct, they can alter their value system as per their need. So some individual will subscribe to constitution, some individual they will subscribe to religion, some individual they will subscribe to nothing. तो कहीं पे बहुत ही एकदम रूल बाउंडेड मैनर में सोसाइटी चलेगी, बट समवेयर एल्स सोसाइटी विल बी अलाउइंग सम फॉर्म ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस टू द इंडिविजुअल. Then content, that is what kind of value system will be there. Now think about it, what was there in village society, or you can say medieval Europe, or in ancient India or ancient Europe. At that point in time, the only value system which we had was religion itself. So collective conscience will be equal to religion. So CC is nothing but religious values. So collective conscience will be religion itself. The values, the morality, the norms, they will be coming from religion. But in modern society, what kind of values do we have? Different kind of values are coming. So the content, it becomes secular. The content, it becomes humanistic. So you have values from the constitution. You have values from some humanistic ideology. उससे सोसाइटी चलती है. So there will be belief in moral individualism in such society. अब आगे चलते हैं, देखते हैं कि ultimately how a society moves from low division of labor to high division of labor. Society, एक simple society से how they transform into a complex society, उसके बारे में बात करते हैं. That is how a simple society becomes a complex society. See, first there is population increase, which technically Durkheim termed as material volume. That is population of the collectivity, population of the society. It increases. The material volume in society, it increases. Then population density increases. That is the material density increases. Obviously in a village there were 100 people. Now in the village we have 500 people. So automatically the material density or population density increases. Then what will happen? Earlier only 100 people were living, now 1000 people are living in the same locality or village. So social interaction will become intense. ज्यादा लोग आपस में इंटरैक्ट कर रहे होंगे. So the moral density in society will increase. But जब बहुत सारे लोग आए हुए हैं, when earlier there were 100 people, now there are 1000 people. Now the resource base of society is similar. रिसोर्स बेस सेम है, अभी भी ये लोग हंटर गैदरर हैं, तो आसपास की इकोलॉजी, आसपास का फॉरेस्ट, हाउ मेनी पीपल कुड बी सपोर्टेड बाय द लिमिटेड रिसोर्स बेस. तो क्या शुरू होगा? न्यू डिमांड्स ऑन द सोसाइटल रिसोर्सेस. दैट इज समबडी would like mango, but there will be only 2 or 3 trees of mango nearby, and everybody in village will be looking for mango. So what will happen? A war of all against all. Remember थॉमस हॉब्स की बात करी थी हमने, that in state of nature life is brutish, life is short, life is violent, everybody is free to do whatever they want. In this society the population has increased, the population density has increased, and the interaction is intensifying, the moral density has increased. So now society has limited resources, but the needs of society, they are growing, and society in its present form won't be able to provide for these needs. So there will be competition and conflict in society. There are chances of competition, there are chances of conflict. Then social differentiation occurs. That is, now people decide, now the parts of society, they decide that ultimately we have to do different things. So society changes first as per Durkheim, and then division of labor emerges as a peaceful solution. Think about it. एडम स्मिथ कह रहा है, सिंपली लोगों को सोचा यार इससे जो है जीडीपी बढ़ेगा, तो हम क्रिएट करते हैं, हम वी गो फॉर स्पेशलाइजेशन एंड देन देयर विल बी ग्रोथ. बट हियर Durkheim is saying no. Now think about it. Individuals, they come together and there is a Gram Sabha kind of meeting, and within that meeting now people are saying that we are all hunter gatherer, there are not many animals left, there are not many trees or fruits etc left. So now what do we do? Either there will be a fight हो भी चुकी होगी कहीं होगी इस टाइम में, तो यहाँ पे पंचायत बैठी होगी. So either there will be conflict or either we have to come up with some solution. So social differentiation will be there. That is the parts of society. यहाँ पे society क्या होगी अभी? clan based. That is, they trace their lineage from some ancestor which could be real or mythical. होता ना कुछ चंद्रवंशी, सूर्यवंशी etc. So here society will be clan based. So now people will decide that we have to do different things, we have to look for different kind of activities. Only then we will be able to provide for each other. So division of labor will emerge as a peaceful solution. So division of labor emerges as a social solution to a social problem. That is how Durkheim described division of labor. अब सवाल ये है, ये अगेन दिस इज द क्वेश्चन, अर्लियर क्वेश्चन है फ्रॉम प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन है फ्रॉम यूपीएससी. व्हाई डज इंडिविजुअल व्हाइल बिकमिंग मोर ऑटोनॉमस डिपेंड्स मोर अपॉन सोसाइटी? हाउ हैज द ऑथर ट्राइड टू आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन? नाउ जो हमने सोचा है, जो हमने अब तक पढ़ा है, ट्राई टू रिकॉल एवरीथिंग एंड देन ट्राई टू आंसर दिस. अब इसको देखते हैं कैसे. सी इन इंडस्ट्रियल सोसाइटी स्पेशलाइजेशन इज नीडेड. सी फॉर एग्जाम्पल करंट से अगर मैं बात करूं, इफ आई एक्सप्लेन दिस यू टू थ्रू करंट एग्जाम्पल, अर्लियर वी वर अ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सोसाइटी, manufacturing economy, then we moved on to service sector, एंड इंडिया में सडनली देयर वाज अ शिफ्ट टुवर्ड सर्विस सेक्टर, दैट आल्सो वी कैन से, ठीक है। तो आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस we were dependent upon agriculture, then there was a shift towards somewhat manufacturing, and then suddenly we became a service dominated economy. And now within service, now new sectors of economy are emerging, not within service sector, new emerging sectors, new technologies are emerging. That is artificial intelligence, robotics, 3D manufacturing, etc. So now we in India, we do not have professors to teach artificial intelligence. We have scarcity. So we do not have the courses, etc., etc. But that is the next frontier which we have to capture, and then there will be growth. यही चाइना ने करा है. China is moving towards artificial intelligence, robotics, 3D manufacturing, etc. so that they will become world leader in technology, and then they will dominate. For example, earlier US and Europe, they were dominating the technology scene, so they became dominant powers. So China is trying to do that, and India is also trying to do that. So in modern society, specialization is needed. Specialization की जरूरत होती है. And individual liberty will increase, because if you want me to specialize, then you have to give me freedom. Because if the collective conscience tells me that you have to do this, then I cannot function, because हो सकता है collective conscience will tell me that you should become a classical singer, but I have talent in teaching. Some other individual, they might have talent in cricket. Some other individual, they might have a talent in becoming a civil servant. Others in artificial intelligence. So specialization is required in modern society. It is a requirement. So individual liberty increases. So you can choose your occupation, you can choose your food, you can choose your values, etc. Then intensity of conscious collective is low. In modern societies, different outlooks, different feelings. So conscious collective, it becomes weak. So individual autonomy again increases. क्योंकि एक तरफ तो सोसाइटी कह रही है स्पेशलाइज, my autonomy is increasing, my liberty is increasing. एक तरफ the conscious collective, it is getting weaker. So again individual autonomy will increase, because in that society individual autonomy was not there, because everybody was enveloped into a whole which was controlled by collective conscience. But now collective conscience is getting weak, so individual autonomy will increase. So individual is becoming autonomous because of specialization, because of conscious collective getting weak. So individual is getting autonomous. But specialization also means that I will have limited sphere of competence. That is, I can perform limited task. So there is dependency on others. So individual is becoming autonomous. I can choose to become a teacher, I can choose to become a cricketer, I can choose to become a music composer, but I can do limited things. So I will need society. So individual depends upon society. So that is how you use division of labor. You mold your knowledge as per the demand of the question. Here we have directly hit the demand of the question. So if you do that, things will become very, very easier. Anyways, thus as individual becomes autonomous, his dependence on society increases. So individualism, according to Durkheim, is not a negation of social solidarity. Rather, it is a prerequisite, because when you are individualistic, here, remember, here he is talking about moral individualism. So when you become individualistic, then ultimately you will be requiring others. When you are doing limited tasks, you will be requiring food, you will be requiring education, you will be requiring internet. So individualism isn't a rejection of solidarity, rather it is a requirement. It is driving solidarity in society. So for example, यहाँ पे क्या हो सकता है इस मॉडर्न सोसाइटी में, if you want to connect it with, that is people have different kind of values, they have different sexual orientations, that is LGBT rights are promoted, because difference in such society is encouraged. So for example, homosexuality was decriminalized recently. So even different sexual orientation is accepted in society. But if somebody was homosexual in some other society, where society was saying that it is a sin, then that individual either be killed or they will be thrown out of society. So here you have focus on LGBT rights, you have freedom of profession, you have freedom of speech. So that is how individual gains autonomy and it can percolate to different dimensions of society. अब किसी को इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम, किसी को कोई डाउट? ओके, प्लीज राइट डाउन. So we have done till collective conscience. So we will start with collective representations. You can start writing now. Collective representation. The literal meaning in French, is ideas, Thus collective representation means collective ideas. Collective representation means collective ideas. Durkheim was dissatisfied